Welcome to another inspiring episode of the Elite Expert Insider Podcast. Hosts Melanie Johnson and Jen Foster are the owners of Elite Online Publishing. They're both Wall Street Journal, USA Today best-selling authors. We're really glad you're here because this podcast was designed for you. Meet industry experts that share their secrets and strategies. Get successful results for your business in money, relationships, health, and your life. Each episode is going to inspire you to take action towards reaching your greatness.
Hey everyone, welcome. I hope you're having a super fantastic, wonderful day. How are you doing? This is Melanie Johnson, and I'm with Jenn Foster, my business owner, co-business owner at Elite Online Publishing. Hey Jen, how you doing?
I'm doing great. How's everyone doing today? It's a beautiful day.
Oh my gosh, we are going to be so inspired, motivated, and almost shocked at some of the stuff we're going to find out today. So learning, do you want to be able to beat a 51-year-old man on a hike when you're 94? I want that. That sounds great to me. But sign me up, give me the recipe for that. And while you're doing it, you can help save lives and help put a stop to human trafficking. So let's dive in. We've got this amazing man, Darren Jacklin, with us today. He is doing all of that, and we're going to learn the details about it. Darren, thanks for coming today.
I'm grateful to be here, and thank you so much for the opportunity to make a difference.
Tell us, Darren, a little bit about you and how you got involved in this foundation. And also tell us, I see you have a Sir Darren Jacklin, so tell us a little bit about that too.
Sure. Absolutely. Sure. I'll give you a little bit of backstory. So I got knighted by the royal family of Spain, actually, during the COVID-19 global pandemic. It was quite an honor. I got nominated by two people in the world that have actually been knighted before as a sir, a lady, or a dame. And there's a global nomination committee, and it goes to a global review process. So at the time, during the COVID-19 lockdown, there was over 400 people over the last few years that were nominated globally to become knighted. So if you look at Sir Richard Branson, Sir Elton John, Sir Paul McCartney, these different people, they're getting up there in their age. They're in their late 70s now. And so they're starting to knight the next generation of men and women around the planet. And so when my name got nominated and I got notified, I'm thinking, okay, great. I'm grateful to receive the nomination. But what's the odds statistically, me actually achieving knighthood status, right? Nomination. So at the time, there's over 400 people that were nominated globally. And I went through a 6-month discovery and due diligence process of them vetting me and interviewing me. And after that 6-month process, I got shortlisted down to 24 men and women. So out of 400 plus people around the world globally, there was 24 people chosen, 15 men and 9 women. And so I got knighted Sir Darren Jacklin for 8 different categories that they choose from. And I was chosen under the areas of philanthropy and business entrepreneurship. And so I've been an entrepreneur since I was a young little boy of 7 years of age, got a very unique backstory that there's a lot of people. And my wife was a high school teacher for 35 years in the public school system here in Canada, 3 academic degrees. And we've done some humanitarian trips around the world. And we realized that, wow, our success is someone else's miracle. And something in North America here, something so big and impactful here in North America could create a huge ripple of impact somewhere around the world. And so when we were over in Liberia, West Africa in October of 2018, we witnessed young little children, 6 to 11 years of age, being sold for $1. Imagine buying a child for $1 and do whatever you want with the child. Whatever you want to do with that child, you can do with it for $1. And it just devastated Tatiana and I to witness that. And we said, we got to do something with it. So we set on a mission to create an international foundation called Link Foundation, which stands for Leaders Yielding to New Knowledge. And it's a Canadian and United States of America charity. And so I'm passionate about hiking. Hiking has transformed my life. I've released 43 pounds in weight. I take people all over North America on hiking trips, and I go on hiking trips with other people. So we bring people out now from all walks of life to bring them out into nature, to connect them for the mental health, to be in nature. It does so many things for you. There's so much research on health and benefits of hiking. They pay a small fee, they get a tax receipt, and we collect that money. And then we build schools for some of the most impoverished children on the planet to decrease human and child sex trafficking and organ harvesting, teenage pregnancies. And we also empower these young children to not be pregnant at 11, 12, 13 years of age, but to actually get an education. Because the way we globalize the world today with technology, with the internet, is we call it World Wide Web. Now it's worldwide wealth. You can be anywhere on the planet, location dependent, virtually, and earn an income. People in third world countries today with the technology, they can earn an income from their mobile phone or a laptop or desktop computer. So the next generation is children. We're globalizing now as a global village of people all over the planet. We're coming together as one global planet with technology. And so these children behind us are actually some of the kids that are actually in our Link Leadership Academy school. So we bring people out hiking through E2E, which is Elevate to Educate. People network, they collaborate, they're in community, they have fun, they feel great, they feel energized, it's a great return on life. And then from that, we collect the money. And then through our social media channels, the Link Foundation, people get a chance to see the school unfold. So not only just coming out and hiking, maybe bringing their kids out or a date or a spouse or a partner and having fun with an E2E hike, they get a chance to be a part of a project that can be around for many years as a legacy project for these people. So people come up and think, man, I'm just a truck driver. I work in retail or I work in a clothing store, and yet I'm building a school through Link Foundation to make a difference in people's lives. So people feel just so touched, moved, and inspired by this, and they feel so grateful for it.
So much to unpack there. Holy cow. So let's start with the fitness aspect.
Sure.
Let's dive into the hiking, and then we'll dive
Absolutely.
into all these other wonderful things that you're doing with the foundations. So how does someone get started in hiking, and what are the health benefits to doing it? I don't even know, like people like, should I just walk the park? You know, and I see people with the sticks. And when you told me that you had a 94-year-old, I don't know, it was a woman that
a man
that had walking sticks that passed you on a hike, and you're 51. I was like, holy cow. And you said there was an 88-year-old and an 84-year-old. I'm like, okay, what are they doing to have that kind of energy, vitality? Where did you get started, and what are the benefits?
Yeah, great question. So during COVID, I was 43 pounds heavier. And I was a guy, never saw me in a gym. I wasn't athletic growing up. I didn't have that belief system. I saw people that would be on television or on the internet and think, okay, genetically, they're an athlete, right? They have that body. I'd be driving down a road someday and see somebody cycling by me or running or walking by me. I think, oh, good for them, but I'm not that guy. And during COVID-19, during the global pandemic of the lockdown, I realized how much out of integrity I was, that I had no integrity around my health. And my life demonstrated. I always say time will either promote you or time will expose you. It's just a matter of time when you get promoted, you get exposed. So here I am shaving and brushing my teeth one day during the pandemic. I'm thinking, oh my gosh, I'm getting fatter and fatter. And this is unacceptable. This is completely out of integrity in my life. And this is not working for me. And so I said to Tatiana, I need to create a structure today. And I need to, by the time I put my head on the pillow tonight, I am going to do something. So I got into action, created a structure, and I started calling people in my mobile phone. I said, listen, I need to start releasing weight. And so I started calling some friends of mine. They said, come to a gym. So I went to a gym and I thought, okay, it's an artificial environment, not really my thing. I want to be outdoors, breathing the fresh air, hearing the birds, grounding myself in the earth. And so I started going hiking, and I would do hikes that elementary school children could do no problem. I was huffing and puffing. I would stop and start. And I just said to myself, you know what? I'm going to overcome this. So I started getting around people who were consistent at hiking, who had structure and routine, and that actually put it into their calendars and lived by it. And that's when I realized that I didn't have any structure. I didn't have any consistency, any routine. So I thought, oh my gosh, I got a busy life. I got a lot going on. How am I going to fit hiking into it? So my goal was to just do it a couple times a month. And then it became a couple times a week. And now I do it consistently every day. And now I average about 100 kilometers a week, or about 60 miles a week of hiking, early in the morning and the evenings. And I'm obsessed with it. Why? Because of the health benefits of, I've released 43 pounds in weight. So people who want to see me on my social media, go to my social media, and you can see the transformation of just looking at photos a couple of years ago in my photo gallery to where I am today. You can actually see the physical documented transformation digitally of my digital footprint on social media. Then you create hearing, your sight, your situational awareness, your balance, your core strength. Everything changes. There's so much scientifically research on health and in terms of hiking. And I do nighttime hiking now, where you go at nighttime. And people always ask me, they go, Darren, is there wild animals out here? Is there wildlife? I go, absolutely there is. And people go, I'm so scared of a black bear or a cougar or a coyote or a wolf. And I'm like, listen, here's something to consider. The fear might be real. So feel the body sensations of feeling the fear. Just honor and thank with gratitude your body for feeling that. Your brain's job is to protect you and keep you safe, protection and survival. So that's what your brain's job is to do, protect you and keep you safe. But here's the thing, the fear is real, but the threat is not. And just be aware as a life lesson, fear and threat. So you think fear. So a lot of times in life, we want to start a business, we want to ask somebody on a date, we want to make a phone call and promote our business or something like that, but we're scared to pick up that 500-pound phone. We're scared to talk to that person and ask them on a date. We're scared to promote our business or ask for a referral or a recommendation or an endorsement, because of the fear does not live in action. Fear does not live in action, right? Fear is an anticipation of pain, right? So if we look at past, present, or future, where does fear live? It lives in the future because our thoughts create our feelings create our actions, and our actions create results. So when we bring people out through E2E, which is elevate to educate, we elevate and educate people, not only elevating people in terms of hiking, getting them up rather than just going up a mountain, getting a chance to see a great view, but they have an inspiring collaborative conversation with like-minded people. They get a chance to support Link Foundation, which is an international foundation, and they get a chance to be a part of a global movement that's making a difference in humanity, that's transforming the human spirit. So people feel like this vibration of energy. It's like, what's going on? Because in business, people always say, you know what? I'm there to make money. I got to get a return on investment. And I said, two other things that you're missing that most people don't factor into life. Number one is ROL. What's the return on life? So when you're doing something with your children, you're doing something within your family, you're doing something within your job or your career, or your profession, or your community. What's the ROL? What's the return on life? So when you start doing things this week in your busy life, what's the return on life? Then another one is ROE, return on energy. Return on energy. Are you around people who are giving you a return on life and also giving you a return on energy? Or are you around people who are zapping and sucking the life out of you because of negativity? Because most people, if you look at, and this is great as a social experiment, you go into a coffee shop or you're on social media, or you're on public transit or on a subway. Most people talk about 4 different categories in life. They talk about the news, the weather, sports, and traffic. News, weather, sports, and traffic. So I always share with people, if you look at us as human beings, if we're up in the International Space Station, looking down on planet Earth, and we're looking at all these human beings on planet Earth, you know what we are other than people running around in these meat suits? We're a network of conversations. So if you think about this, Jenn and Melanie right now, we're having a conversation. And what I show people when we're out with E2E, Elevate to Educate, we're hiking, anything that you really want in your life is going to come through a network of conversations with people, because opportunities live inside of conversations. But here's the challenge. We're taught as children from our environments, don't talk to strangers. How many times do we hear that growing up as children? Don't talk to strangers. Don't talk to strangers. So what happens is we get this programming through consistent programming in our mindset. When you see a stranger, oh my gosh, fear a stranger. But yet opportunities live inside of conversations. Everything we want in our life is through a network of conversations. So the key thing is we encourage people through Elevate to Educate and Link Foundation, start having conversations, because everything you want, you got to join the conversation. So anything you really want in your life. So people say, I want to get in better shape. Great. Are you in the conversation about getting into better shape? I want to start dating. I want to get married. I want to have a family. Are you in the conversation with other people about getting married, starting to date? I want to change jobs or change careers. I want to make more money. I want to travel. Are you in that conversation? So through Elevate to Educate, we plug people in through a global community to start being in the conversation, lean into the conversation around like-minded people. And through that conversation about being curious and just being open-minded, you create opportunities and possibilities through a network of conversations. Because
do you have different hikes all around the country? So you can look up on Meetup, or how do you find the hikes that are sponsored with you guys? Great question.
So our website is hikingfundraiser.com, hikingfundraiser.com. And we do hikes across Canada, and we're now in the United States of America. And we're exploring other places. So what we're doing right now with Link Foundation is the international foundation, the charity arm. And then E2E, which is Elevate to Educate, which is kind of like the fundraising arm for Link Foundation. And that's where we activate people from all walks of life to be in the conversation, because people want to make a difference. 78% of the North American population live paycheck to paycheck. 78%. That's the recent data on statistics in the US and Canada. So people think, you know what, I want to do good for my community. I want to support my neighborhood. I want to support people, but I'm busy, man. I got a lot going on with my family, my job, my career. I got a busy life. So we're like, listen, if we can look at a couple weeks or a couple months from now, come out to an E2E hike, look at hikingfundraiser.com, come out, bring your family, bring some coworkers, bring a family member, bring a date, just come by yourself. And you come out and we plug you into a conversation and people say, yeah, but Darren, I just got a pair of running shoes, or I got a pair of jeans, or I'm not athletic like you. We have people from all walks of life. We don't judge. We don't judge. The key thing is we make these hikes safe. Safety is our top priority. Safety is our top priority. But the thing is we make them fun. So people from all different walks of life, from all different skill levels, can come out and hike. So they're not extreme hikes. I'm doing Mount Kilimanjaro in a couple months.
Wow.
But the funny thing with me is that if you would have asked me a year ago, I would have been the guy you wouldn't have put a bet on hiking Kilimanjaro. But what happened was, I'll share something with you. I have a friend of mine who I got into a conversation with. He says, Darren, I've been watching you on social media. I've been watching your hiking just progress and unfold. He goes, you ever thought about hiking Mount Kilimanjaro? And I laughed on the Zoom video call. I said, no, Darren. I said, listen, I'm not that guy. And he goes, listen, would you be open to having another conversation? I said, sure. He goes, I'm going to introduce you to a guy in Phoenix, Arizona named Mike Armstrong. I said, okay, who's this Mike Armstrong guy? He goes, just call him and talk to him about that you just started hiking, and then hear his backstory. So I called, this guy is legally blind.
Wow.
And he climbed Mount Kilimanjaro at 19,340 feet by himself with a guide, and he had no assistance, nobody to help him. Guys, 100% legally blind. I'm thinking, no, wait a second, that doesn't make sense. How can you be blind to climb one of the biggest mountains on planet Earth next to Mount Everest? What he did was he had a guide in front of him who had a bear bell, and he followed the bear bell up the mountain. He actually even did Mount Everest base camp when he's 100% legally blind. So I can completely give me a paradigm shift. I'm thinking, oh my gosh, my life is difficult compared to what? Give me a whole different reframe of my mindset, thinking, man, I am selling out of my limitations here. I'm playing way too small in my life. This guy is blind and he can climb Mount Everest base camp, and he can climb Mount Kilimanjaro at 19,340 feet. What's my excuse? Because all excuses are equal. And that was what happened was that conversation changed the direction of my life. And that's why with E2E now at League Foundation, we've created a global movement, because people come out and they see people hike that have no arms. Some of them are vets. And they're like, oh my gosh, this guy's got no arms. This person has no legs and they're hiking. This person's in their 90s and they're hiking.
Yeah.
Right? Like, wow, complete different reset of the mindset.
We have a friend, JT Mesta, that climbed Mount Kilimanjaro, and he wrote a book called Untethered, because he's had, I don't know how many surgeries before he was 6 years old. So he had lots of medical issues and climbed Mount Kilimanjaro. So I get it. And I love that all these people can do this. And yeah, like you said, what's my excuse?
Yeah, because all excuses are equal.
Yeah.
And people get a chance to be a part of something. So people will do more for other people than they will for themselves.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, great. Dedicate your life to a cause greater than yourself. Bring out a bunch of coworkers, bring out some family members, bring out some people in your community, bring your children, bring a spouse or partner or a date to come out with you. Come out and hike. Even if you're single, come on out. You'll meet somebody that's just to be in a conversation with them. You're unemployed right now. Come on out and be in a conversation with other like-minded people. You want to increase your energy because you feel like, man, I'm exhausted, I'm tired. You want a better return on life, better return on energy? Be in the community and then plug yourself into the conversation. Oh, I'm an introvert. I'm an extrovert. All these different things that we hear with people, but then they realize that, hey, when you take the mask off and you're just authentic and you're vulnerable, we're all the same. I remember a few years ago, I was in Africa on a humanitarian trip in Uganda, East Africa. Went up to this rural village out in the rural northern Uganda, East Africa, and I was staying in a mud hut for 3 days, eating grasshoppers and crickets. So they dropped me off for 3 days in this rural village. And I come in there, I got my safari clothes on, and I come in there and I meet the elders and the people in the village, and they speak English. And the guy said to me, he says, "Sir, can I ask you a question?" I said, "Yes." He goes, "Why are you wearing a costume?" I said, "What do you mean?" He goes, "Why are you wearing a costume? Why do you have to wear clothes? What do you have to hide? Why can't you just be your authentic self? Why do you have to wear something that's manufactured to protect yourself? Why don't you just be grounded?" And I'm thinking, oh my gosh, I'm wearing these clothes in this rural Uganda, East Africa village. So I'm like, now I want to look good, right? My image and my ego. I want to look good, and I also don't want to look bad. So I've got this whole conversation going on in my head of my self-talk, my mindset saying, oh my gosh, I want to look good. I don't want to look bad. I want to look good. I don't want to look bad. And when I realized, oh, heck, just take my clothes off and just be free. Just be natural. Take my clothes off. And I was the only one that was embarrassed and wanted to look good. They could care less. So the next 3 days, I walked around with no clothes on in this village, and they totally accepted me. And I thought, wow, have I ever conditioned my mindset to want to wear certain designer label clothes to just fit in, to have different conversations with people, to be socially accepted? And these people didn't care at all. And it was a transformation of my life.
That's a great, it goes back to your quote, fear doesn't live in action. Action
Yeah.
creates results and can make that huge shift in you. I love that. And then I also wrote down, are you playing too small in your life? To ask yourself that question regular basis. Let's go into really the nonprofit. You opened my eyes before we started about, I've heard a lot about human trafficking. I've done involved in some charities, nonprofits for human trafficking, but it was all about sex. And I had no idea about the people are stealing people for their organs and children for their organs. So tell us a little bit about that. It was just shocking for me.
Yeah. So when people start doing their discovery or research or due diligence on this, and there's a lot of information on the internet, and a lot of it can be verified as well. When people start digging into this stuff, human trafficking is a very lucrative business. And if you look at organized crime, when you're moving narcotics or drugs across countries, you're involved in a lot of human resources, a lot of people on the payroll that you got to pay down the line to move the narcotics, the drugs. But when you're dealing with human trafficking, the three of us right now could traffic a few hundred people and make a very profitable business. And we're not going to do that, but I'm using it as an example. And so with human trafficking today is the movement of people to do various different things. Human trafficking shows up in various different forms, right? And the thing is that some of these traffickers will go into remote areas around the planet, and they'll find people that do not have an education, that are in poverty or impoverished people. And they realize that these people, in their mindset, because I've met some traffickers and I've interviewed these people, and they're like, these people live in a remote village in North America or India or Africa or Indonesia or the Philippines, wherever in the planet, it happens all over the world. They're never going to go anywhere, but their human organs can be resold and monetized and sold around the world. So somebody in a country that's on a wait list for a couple of years and has 1 or 2 children, I've got to wait 2-3 years for a kidney transplant. I want to fast track that and be at the front of the line. Sometimes people will just like, hey, if I write a check, I'll just speed myself up. So they'll pay $50,000, $100,000 US for a kidney on the dark web of the internet. And this is a lucrative business.
Do they realize that someone's being murdered for them to get this kidney? Do they have any idea?
Some people don't care. Some people don't care. Wow. They look at these human beings as just a commodity. Wow. They're just somebody who lives they're poor. They're never going to amount to much. They're never going to go far, never do much of their life, but they've got good, healthy, vital organs. And some people they don't care. They don't care. I've met people, it's fascinating when we meet other human beings. Like me, I'm very sensitive and I deeply care about other people, and I see the best in people, but some people look at it as transactional versus relational. And that's a big thing, is that in business and life, are you a transactional person or are you a relational person? In business, people have to get to know you, like you, and trust you before they buy from you. How many times do we go onto a social media website, and we're on LinkedIn or Facebook or Instagram, and somebody friend requests us, and boom, right into our inbox, they're trying to pitch us themselves on their business or business opportunity. Like, wait a second, I don't even know who you are. You're trying to get me to buy this product or join this opportunity. I don't even know who you are. Let's just get to know each other first and like each other and trust each other first before money changes hands, because it's transactional versus relational. And some people look at these people like, oh, they're never going to amount to much, never go far. So with our school, our Link Leadership Academy, we have our first school in Liberia, West Africa. It was their first pilot school. We have over 300 children who are in a very impoverished community in Liberia, from preschool to grade 6. And imagine your child never spending a day in school. Imagine going into a village where little girls are 12, 13, 14 years old, giving birth to their first child. Imagine meeting a 16-year-old girl who already has 2 or 3 children from 2 or 3 different fathers. And she's 16 years old. And she's already pregnant with 3 children.
Wow.
So with our foundation, with Link Foundation, we're actually decreasing that. Tatiana, my wife, was a high school teacher for 35 years. She, in October 2018, when I took her to Liberia, West Africa on her first humanitarian trip, she came back. She gave notice to her school board to retire after 35 years. And she said to me, she says, Darren, I'm no longer a local teacher. I'm now going to become a global teacher. I'm going to become a mom to many of these children and make a global impact, a ripple of impact. She goes, with your entrepreneur background and my education and academic background, we're going to make a huge ripple of impact in the world. And then during COVID-19, when I started releasing all this weight, and then people started wanting to come hiking with me in Vancouver, Canada, and I was traveling, I'm thinking, wait a second. Then people started coming and said, Darren, you should start putting together something for Link Foundation to bring people out, to get into the conversation, to start hiking. And that's where E2E, Elevate to Educate, was born, because I saw my own results in my own life in terms of my mental health and my well-being, and the release of 43 pounds of weight. Like now, I take a weight vest. and I'll actually take a weight vest up a mountain with me. And I'm thinking to myself, wow, that's the amount of weight that I was packing on my human body. I get to take it off when I'm at the top of the mountain in this weight vest. We don't realize that. But I didn't have any answers. I wasn't the gym guy. I wasn't the sports guy. So what am I going to do to change? Okay, I don't know. Threw my arms up in the air. I didn't realize that hiking would have such a huge impact on my life and such a huge global community of like-minded people. And then when we realize that all we are is a network of conversations, anything that we really want in our lives is going to come through having conversations with other people. And I always say to people, when I meet a lot of business people, say lots of deals happen on the golf course. Yeah, you should see all the conversations that happen on a hiking trail during the trail talk and all the opportunities that happen. You'd be amazed at all the possibilities that get created. Because when you're golfing, you can wear the mask and you can look cool and all that stuff, have that image and ego. When you're hiking, there's an authenticity and a vulnerability. Yeah, because nature grounds you.
You're sweating. You're not only out in nature, but you're sweating, you're moving constantly with golf. You're sitting, you're standing, you're in the cart, strolling around, and you can have these long-term conversations when you're hiking, that can go on for the whole hour that you're doing it. It's nonstop conversation, and it's just so healthy and fitness. Gosh, you just opened your eyes to so much.
Behavior never lies.
Quotes from you. Huge.
Yeah. Behavior never lies. And so when you're out hiking, behavior never lies. I always share with people, watch people's feet, not their lips, because behavior never lies. A lot of people listen to what people say. I watch what they do. Watch the feet, not the lips, because behavior never lies. And so people are looking at hiring people or raising money. I was hiking this morning. A guy was raising some money on a real estate project. He got some funders this morning, just on a hike I was on this morning. He met some other investors that I brought out. They're looking to allocate and deploy capital. This guy's looking to raise capital on a real estate project. He's got the land, needs the development. And he's like, Darren, I would have never thought coming out hiking with you, I would raise a few $1 million. And the hikers are thinking I'd never find this opportunity on a hiking trail because they think it's going to happen in a boardroom or some private country club or some kind of high-level executive place where I got to be around certain people. No, we're on a hiking trail. It didn't cost any money. We went hiking, doing a multi-million-dollar deal on a hiking trail.
I love it. Darren, tell us where they can go to find you and get more information about the hikes and the foundation.
Yeah, people who are interested or want to share this on their social media channels, or just come out. And no matter what it is, no matter what walk of life, if you're a brand new beginner and you just want to go for a walk, or you're more intermediate or more advanced, go to hikingfundraiser.com. That's hikingfundraiser.com. You can join there. We also have different social media channels that you'll see at hikingfundraiser.com. And if you want to learn more about Link Foundation, just go to Google and type in LY2NK, and it'll bring you up to our social media pages and our website for Link Foundation. And we're a registered international foundation. You'll get a chance to meet me, and you'll meet some really fun, inspiring, cool people. And you'll be safe. You'll have a great time. We'll create great memories and experiences, and you'll get a return on life and a return on energy. And I tell you, it'll be one of the highlights of your life being around our global community, because we have a lot of fun. We make a big difference, and we create a ripple of impact that serves humanity in terms of transforming the human spirit.
I love that. Jen will put all the links in the bio. And I love, with the example you gave before, it's return on life, return on energy. And the one guy got a return on investment for his time. He got a $1 million deal going. And so you just you get all three. It's the triple R effect is what you're going to get when you go hiking.
Absolutely.
R effect. So thanks for joining us today. You're awesome, Darren. I got lots of notes, lots of quotes.
To be here.
And we'll see you next time. If you're looking to write and publish a book to help your business, your nonprofit, or leave a legacy, reach out to us at eliteonlinepublishing.com. We do everything for you, and we guarantee that you'll become a #1 bestseller, either Wall Street Journal or Amazon. We'll see you next time. Have a great, fantastic week, everybody.
Bye.
Thanks, everyone.
Hey, are you looking to increase your revenue, build credibility, and elevate your brand? This podcast is brought to you by Elite Online Publishing, an innovative publishing and full spectrum marketing company. They will publish and market your book to make it a #1 bestseller. Becoming an author is the best way to market your business. So contact them at eliteonlinepublishing.com today. All of their authors become #1 bestsellers.